So, but I was going to start by saying that, when I was reading, and many years I've been reading and learning about Feng Shui. So, the first time when I saw that it worked for me in my life, I was reading a particular book, and I think I was at Barnes and Noble, and you know how you go through, and I was reading the
Always.
books, and I'm reading these Feng Shui books, and I'm saying. So I go home, and and I start telling my husband about it. And he's like, "Oh boy, here we go again with something else."
Was
And
the
I
first
said,
thing
"But
about the
yes,
toilets?
yes, how
The
did you
toilet seats,
know?
yeah.
That was it.
That is the first thing I
was in
learned
the
too.
bathroom, but no, but this was even deeper though, Betty. What I did was, we were just money was just coming in, but money was just going out. And my husband is the type of man who accounts for everything. And it was getting to the point where he was like, "Well, what happened to this amount of money? What happened to that amount of money?" And I'm like, I said, "Well, I was reading the Feng Shui book, and you know that we have a leak in that pipe in the bathroom, and the toilet is running."
Oh.
So he says, "Oh, so is this another trick to get me to fix?" I said, "Let's fix it and see, honey." He fixed the leak. He fixed the toilet wasn't running anymore, and the next
Yep.
thing you know, the money was accounted for, and we had excess. And so I said, "See, I told you Feng Shui works." And he
Well,
says, "Oh, Feng Shui, Feng Shui." I said, "That's right. Feng Shui showed you the way."
and especially if it has to do with money coming in.
Right.
But that's one of the big things with Feng Shui is water is a big representation of wealth and prosperity.
Okay.
Because that was one of the things with the Feng Shui.
Shui, right.
Feng is wind and water.
Okay.
And what they're looking at way back, this started thousands of years ago, probably it was at least over 4,000 years ago. It predates Confucius in China, and it predates Taoism. Tao, the Taoism.
Yeah, Taoism, yeah.
And it's actually based off of the I Ching book, which is called the Book of Changes in China.
Yes.
And it's basically going around 8 treasures of life
Okay.
that it is affecting. It is like your wealth, prosperity, fame and reputation, love and relationships, creativity, children,
Health.
helpful people, health, travel, career or life journey, self-knowledge and cultivation, and health and family. And there are certain areas in your home that it actually is representative. And like we were talking about it before with Feng Shui, is it has so much mystery behind it because actually during communism it was banned in China by Mao Zedong because it was so powerful, and the people had such a belief in it
Right.
that it was banned,
They weren't
along
able
with the
to
religion
control
and
the
everything
people,
else.
right.
Right. So
They
it's
were
been
getting that
bringing
negative
back,
energy out the
well,
way.
they were protecting because it was
Yeah.
power to the people,
That's
but it
right.
actually does give you power because when you develop your house based on Feng Shui principles, you're actually having it support your own personal power.
Yes.
And things that you put in your house can either take that power away or it can strengthen and support and nurture you. And that's what in the Western, we were talking about bringing up the Western version of it.
Right.
It originally started in form school, and form school is about what you see in the environment. It's about the physical relationship you have with the environment.
And so tell me, how does that relate to fire, water, wind?
Okay, there's five main
Mental.
elements. Yeah, well,
Right.
there's five main elements that are representative in our life,
Okay.
and that is wood,
Mm-hmm.
that's fire,
Mm-hmm.
that's metal, earth, and water. And the way it interrelates with each other depends on how you have maybe too much in an environment can affect how you feel.
Like what?
For example, if you have too much fire energy in your environment, which is represented by, there's always a color, a shape, and it's red. It's like pyramids, sharp points. You think of a flame of a fire.
Right.
And you're looking at having too much in an environment maybe could trigger arguments.
Yes.
There's always a vibration.
So I understand that even in relationships, your bedroom should not be in this bright or deep red. Is that true?
With the energy, there's different energy
But I know it
points
can
around.
excitement. I guess if there
Yeah.
was not a lot of sex in the relationship,
Well, now
it might work.
Well, that also comes to play with the yin and yang balance. You've heard of yin yang,
Yes,
yin
of
yang,
course,
yin
yeah.
yang,
Mhm.
and that is a balance between the feminine and masculine energy.
Right.
And with the feminine energy, you're looking at dark, cool, tight places. Think of the ultimate yin environment is in a dark cave. Okay, the ultimate masculine yang environment is in the middle of the Sahara Desert in the summer. Okay, so think of that hot, bright, strong energy versus that cold, wet, damp cave. And with the yin yang balance, you have that little bit of the other one that helps balance it out. So imagine you're in the cave and you have a light, you have a fire going. You've brought that warmth and that light. So you brought a little bit of that yang environment to balance it out.
So red in the bedroom, is that?
The red, a little bit of red in the bedroom is that flame, that fire, that passion. But in general, a bedroom should be more yin because you're resting, you're recovering, and it's for reconnection. Okay? When you're in that kind of an environment, it should have more yin energy. And actually the best color for the walls in a bedroom would be a skin tone. Now look at the differences between our skin tones. There is such a variety, anywhere from porcelain colors and cream, not white, because white is not a true skin tone, all the way to the burgundies, the cocos, the dark browns, the rich browns. You have that whole variety to choose from. You want to create not a heavy, deep cave environment in your bedroom, but that is one place that you are the most vulnerable in. You want to feel the most protected, but you also want to feel the coziest.
Right.
So you want it to be welcoming, you want it to be enveloping you, but you want that fire, that balance, so you want that spark. So
just having a little a picture with some red, or a pillow with some red,
red pillows, or candles, flame. Now remember the fire, to bring that spark, it would be flames, anything having to do with the fire. The colors red, orange, hot pink is actually a passion color. Pink is for the heart, and hot pink, it's that combination of the red and the pink in there. So you would add that, but you also want to be aware of what you put in that bedroom. Everything has to do with consciously designing what is around you to support and enhance your life.
Which gives us the definition of what you do. So
that's
I want to thank you. I think you've caught us. We're in the middle of talking. And Betty and I, Betty from Interior, give us a little
Fowler
bit about...
Interiors and Upholstery. I'm a Feng Shui consultant and a certified interior redesigner.
And so we're here chit-chatting about Feng Shui. I did pronounce it right this time.
Pronounced it perfectly.
Feng Shui. And showing you how you can incorporate this in your life. I understand there are many famous people, Fortune 500. I understand that Donald Trump
always feng shuis all of his buildings. Oprah also feng shuis her buildings, her home.
Oh, and Oprah does too.
Yes, Oprah does too. It works. There's an art and there's a science to it, but it really does work because in the Western society, we tend to numb out what we have around us, and our physical environment is reflecting us, and it's also giving energy to us. So if you don't have things around you that support and nurture you, it's going to affect you. And just for an example, and this is just to throw it out a little bit, I've feng shuied quite a few places that of homes that the women have been through a divorce, and they're wanting to develop and find that perfect relationship again.
So they want to clear the energy.
When you go in, you would want to do that, but when I go in there, I like to see what is around, because there's a reason why you have what you have around you. You've bought it. I mean, it's your choice. Exactly. Yeah. But a lot of times we get held in the past. And a lot of times when I go into homes, I'll start asking, especially about the artwork. And a lot of times I'll find individual things. Now with Feng Shui, if you're looking for pairing with somebody, a couple, you want to have things paired together. Exactly. In certain areas. We have that one area of, like we call the bagua, which is the 8 sections.
Right. I call it the tic-tac-toe board.
Exactly, the tic-tac-toe board. There's 9 sections, 8 of them are those treasures of life. In the love relationship area, which generally when you walk into your bedroom isn't going to be in the far back right corner.
Far back right corner.
It's wonderful.
Section. Keep that note.
Exactly. It's wonderful to have something there representative of a pair.
Yes.
Whether 2 red candles, we're talking about the passion, or a couple of statues. It's also important to have it of equal stature. If you want an equal relationship.
Exactly. I have a picture in my love corner. With male and female hugging lovingly.
See,
together.
there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Right.
If you have, and this
is.
Oh,
wait. People are going to want to know, the money section too.
Oh, the wealth and prosperity.
Yes.
Okay. As a quick information, when you walk into a room or into your house, the far back left corner is wealth and prosperity.
Write that down.
And the colors that enhance that are purples, greens, and reds. And again, we were talking about the energy with the elements.
Right.
Wealth and prosperity is a combination of the wood element feeding the fire element, because you feed a fire with wood. So the wood supports the fire, and that purple is a combination of the green and the red.
That's right.
So you can put either the green, the purple, or the red in there to ignite that. But wealth and prosperity is really important because of the importance of water in that environment as well. When you're looking at water, you always want to make sure that it is flowing towards the house or in a circular fashion. So a perfect addition would be to put a water fountain in that area. You want to make sure it's either a circular one or the water fountain is flowing into the house. So prosperity is flowing towards the house.
So even if you didn't have a water or a water fountain, could you have a picture of it?
Picture of a waterfall photo or photograph or picture is the supreme representation of abundance. And ideally, again, you want it flowing in towards the house, and ideally landing in a pool, so that the wealth is kept, is being held there.
You know, Betty, this is so interesting. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that there needs to be a part 2. So I'd really love for you to come check us out again, because there is going to be a part 2. And Betty is going to give us some tips. So we're going to take this little area here, and we're going to show you how we can improve it. And we were just talking about the health and wealth area. I also want to talk about the more health. So when people are sick, because they spend a lot of times in their bedroom. So I'd love for you if you could speak to that. So listen, I want you to come check out the other video, another 10 minutes. You can't miss this interesting information with my sister here, Betty Fowler, the interior decorator with Feng Shui. See you soon.